Hello everyone, Jonas here with another shoutcast for you. Today I actually have Bio from VP Gamers for Spades from Team VT. I know I just did a Spades replay against our very own Frisky as well, but hey, I only can go with the replays I have, and I love Spades. I think he's a great Terran player, so I always love watching his games, and hey, there's nothing wrong with watching a guy for my own team play, right? Especially a very good player like Spades. Anyways, Bio's going to be at the bottom here, and then on the top we're going to have Spades. They're going to be cross positions, but that distance is going to be far away, which is always a good thing as a Zerg player. You really love to have your opponents far away from you so you can macro up. So we'll see if we have a macro game or not. Going to be interesting to see what direction these guys will take, and if we're going to see some early aggression or not. But anyways, Bio is top 50 Grandmaster. Spades, the same thing for him. Both of these guys are very good players, North American. They're definitely dominate the tournament scene. Spades more than Bio, though, obviously, since he is going to be in, like, he has played in MLGs and stuff like that. So Bio is one of those players that are up and coming players that are going to be dominating hopefully the leagues as well, and tournaments as well too, going down the road. Definitely look forward to seeing him play some really good players when he actually joins some of these awesome tournaments like MLG. We do have Bio actually going for a fast expand build, it looks like, bringing his drone out here, and he's going to throw that down at about 14, and I'm sure we'll see a spawning pool follow this here very shortly. On the other side of the map, we're going to have Spades blocking off his ramp, not getting one gas, plus he's going with the barracks, so we're not going to see a 2 racks, I don't think, at this point. Possibly we're going to see 1-1 win build, or going, possibly going for that factory for that siege, or some Hellions even can be a possibility. Hellions always good to do against Zerg, just to put that early aggression on and that harassment. That way the Zerg doesn't get out of control there with all the probes they can build, or drones, however you want to call them, or whatever you want to call them, I should say. Spawning pool does go down for Bio, followed with the extractor as well, so he's definitely going to be trying to get his base up and going, his economy up and going as well. He needs to be very careful, though. If there's some sort of push, it can do a lot of work and damage to Bio. Oops. Apparently I got a new message there. Nope, new subscriber. That's always a good message to see. Always subscribe to me, guys. I need subscribers. I want to become the new YouTube sensation. I have a long ways to go for that, though. Maybe become a Husky StarCraft or something like that. That'd be cool. Hopefully I'm better than Husky. I don't think I am, though, considering he has like 3,500,000 subscribers or something, 350,000 subscribers or something ridiculous like that. I actually think it's more towards like 500,000. What a lucky guy. Maybe one day, right? We do have a command center going down for Spades here, so he's doing some sort of early expansion build, which is very standard to do. Always want to get that expansion up as soon as you can, especially if you're going to go with a macro game, which is what he's planning on doing against a Zerg. Because if you don't get that expansion out, you can fall so far behind early on against that Zerg opponent of yours. He is going to be throwing down two factories here, so definitely going to be seeing some siege tanks and possibly some Thors, and I'm sure we'll see some Hellions on the field as well. Command center about 50% done. We have some Zerglings actually coming out, going across the map to see exactly what Spades is up to. Metabolic boost actually being completed as well. It's about 50% done, and some spine crawlers going down to protect his main base, which is a good thing because you're going to see some Hellions, I'm sure, here very shortly. Zerglings actually just getting a nice little idea here and going to come in here. Hopefully they don't go too far up that ramp and die from these Marines, but it's always nice to poke up here to see exactly what's going on. You might get lucky and see some buildings here. I don't think he's going to be able to see much, though. If we look at his vision, he doesn't see those factories because Spades does a great job keeping those out of line of sight. We do have a tech lab going down. Will he go with the pre-igniter, or will he go for the siege tech? He is going to go with some Hellions, so I'm sure we'll see that pre-igniter here very shortly. A little bit of a supply block there for Bio. He needs to build some overlords there, and he is going to be supply blocked for quite some time, though. Overlord not even started yet. That's very interesting to see. And we do have the pre-igniter started for these Hellions here, so these Hellions are going to do a lot of damage, though. So he needs to be very careful here. not really getting that much defensive up. There are some spine crawlers out, but a pretty good position for them as well. And you can easily block off this ramp with your queens if you expect it coming, which he does have a pretty good idea of the map there. As you can see, he can see pretty much everything with those Zelnaga towers, so he'll know if those Hellions move across the map, and he can actually react to it accordingly. We are going to see the second refinery going down for Spades here, so he's not going to be able to get much of a siege tank army or Thor army or anything like that because he doesn't have much gas going down. Spades is finally going to be throwing down his second expansion down at the bottom here, and we do have Zerglings coming in. They're going to be able to see all those nice little Hellions here, so he does definitely spots that. He reacts to that accordingly, throws down 2 more spine crawlers to actually get a nice little surround around this whole army here, or around his base I should say, and stem being researched as well for Spades. Looking at the worker count, 47 to 30, so it's going to be pretty even, especially when you're dealing with those mules. But I mean, we have Bio on the second base for quite some time, and he's going to be just keep on pushing away as well. Here comes the Hellions, roasting a couple more Zerglings at that base there, the high yield there, and he's going to come in here, possibly get it in the back of the workers. There's a spine crawler back here though, picks off about 3 workers there, and these Hellions are starting to go to work, doing a lot of damage. Nice little line of workers there. Oh my gosh, he just killed a lot there. And all his workers are going down, even joining some more workers in. That was definitely worth it. He killed 18 workers on that exchange. Oh my goodness. And if we look at the loss tab, he only lost 650 minerals there, so that definitely was worth it. Did a lot of damage. Look at the actual worker tab here, 44 to 33 now, so he was able to get a little bit more workers up and going, but that cost him a little bit of time there. Spire about 60-70% done, so he's going to have some harassment units out, but Spades did a great job with that harassment there, killing a lot of workers. That's always a bonus to do. And we do have Spades reacting very well, getting that engineering bay down, so he's going to be able to get some turns up here very shortly before that Spire is actually completed. Stemma was completed here for Spades, and that Spire is going to be up and going here very shortly. We do have Bio saving up some nice minerals, so he's going to be getting a lot of mutas out here very shortly. 1,000 gas and 1,000 minerals. And wait till we see this. There's a Spire, and there goes 7 mutas right off the bat are going to be coming out here. So all that gas well spent there, and that's going to be a scary army once it's done. 9 up to 9 now, plus the attack 1 as well. So we need to see Spades get some turns up, or he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Not really getting anything up. He's going for that +1 is all he's doing. And we have Bio going for the third base as well. So we are going to see Spades just trying to secure a third expansion as well, but he needs to get some turns up. I'm very scared for him right now because those mutas are on the way here, and they are going to do a lot of damage, I think, unfortunately, for Spades. And here they come, 9 wonderful mutas making its way across the map. No turrets up at all. This is going to be very huge, I think, for Bio. Bio's going to have a nice job on roasting some, not roasting, but killing some SCVs. Marine does spot that. It goes down really fast, but he's going to go for the tech labs. He needs to go for the workers. He has full control over the workers. The tech lab is going to go down, and the harassment is beginning, and he's not going to kill any workers when he had the chance to. And he's going to make a Spades to have some time to build some turrets up. Why is he going? Kill the workers. Alright, anyways, we do have mutas going across the map, just scouting to make sure there's no secret expansions going on. And with this, we do have an expansion going back to the base, so it's not going to die. Not that many Marines out and about. They're all spread across the map. And then the turrets are not going up yet. They are finally going up in the back, and that just, it was perfect timing there for Spades. But not really, though. I mean, Bio had a lot of time to do some damage. And oh my goodness, the Marines are in position here. And they almost picked off a couple mutas, but the mutas do get away. So, not really agreeing with him going for just that tack lab. I mean, it's nice to destroy those. It does buy some time for the siege tanks because they do, take a long time to build those tech labs, and the siege tanks take a little time to build. But he could have killed a lot of workers, though. And we are going to look at 55 to 46 the worker count. We have Spades well ahead in the worker count, so looking very good for Spades at this point. Getting a very scary army build up as well. Lots of siege tanks and lots of Marines, even with a medevac to actually deal with this as well. Ooh, no, that's not good. His army's going kind of separate directions, though. I guess he's going to just come down here and able to try to expand into the high yield. And here comes the mutas, but there's a lot of turrets up, though. Those mutas are going to have to back away. and there's a lot of Marines down here to protect this high yield that's going to be going up here. 3 bases to 2, but the third base for Spades is going to be completed here. Is that kind of blocking his no, I guess not. Good position for Spades. So he is going to be able to start to saturate this high yield. Probably going to turn this to a planetary fortress as soon as he can. And there goes the planetary fortress right there. 2 attack going down for the actual mutas on the field. And we do have 1 attack for the Zerglings and 1 attack for, or 1 armor for the Zerglings as well going down. So both players just macroing up. Not a lot of harassment going on for both players. Definitely some nice harassment at the beginning that allowed this Spades to stay neck and neck with the actual worker count 58 to 59, but he has 3 mules out, so he's definitely going to be ahead in the economy. If we go to that tab, 2,500 to 1640, he has 3 mules over on this high yield that are just going to work here, and both players just macroing up, getting their upgrades that need to be done. We do have combat shields and 1 armor going down for the Marines. 1 attack already completed, and lots of turrets actually going down. There's a lot of mutas here, though. Mutas coming into the main base of Spades. Will they be able to do some damage? I think they can, because there's only well, there's a lot of turrets there, but there's a lot of mutas, though. So here we go. We do have Bio just sniffing around, seeing what he can do, and he's going to go for this refinery. Going to be very annoying and go back and forth there, and he is able to actually pick off that refinery and just be aggressive and annoying to Spades. Going for his 4th base, it is up and going, doing a great job. Like last game with that one game that I did, Bio versus, who did he play? Oh, he played Emmett from VP Gamers. He didn't really spread the creep. That was a fun match, so they were just practicing. But in this game, you can really see how Bio can spread that creep. It's really, really good to do against Terran, especially, because if you catch them on creep, and those Marines are on there, those Banelings can come up there and just bust open the Marines. And look at all those Banelings being produced. Very scary army, almost maxed actually already. 183 cap here, 183 to 200 there, 169 for the Terran player. And we do have the mutas coming in here. They're going to try to, they better not engage that. But we do have Spades being very annoying, picking off the creep to stop that creep from expanding. And these mutas are going to engage these Marines up on the Zelnaga Tower, and they do destroy them, picking off a couple mutas though. But here comes the big upgrades. 2 attack and armor going down for the Zerg Bio, and we do have 1 attack and 2 attack level 2 for the, apparently I can't talk, level 2 infantry going down, and 1 attack for the mech. Lots of Banelings being produced. Oh, that's scary. 200 max army now for the Zerg player Bio, and he's going to start to bank his minerals here, up to 1,000 minerals, and he's just working on those upgrades as much as he can. This is a very scary force from Spades. So Spades, if he gets in a position, this can be really bad. The army for Bio is on the other side, and we do have the push coming from Spades. Spades might be able to catch them off guard. Spades is going on the creep. This is very, very bad. He needs to get sieged before this army gets across the map, and he is not sieging up. There he finally sieges up. Great timing for that. Here comes the push, though. Mutas and Zerglings and Banelings. Oh my, here we go. And there's a lot of damage going on, and all these siege tanks are being destroyed, and that army just gets devastated by all those Banelings and Zerglings and Mutas. Oh my goodness, they didn't have a chance there. Holy it just shows you how bad how mean the swarm can be there when they're fully maxed out. And we are going to see them pushing the main base, and the Banelings are going to blow up on these supply depots, going in here, picking off the siege tanks as well, Marines. And what can you do against that? My goodness, I mean, Spades was in position too. He had those siege tanks up. They were a little delayed though. I think he could have had a couple more seconds where he could have did a lot more damage, but that's just so many Banelings and Zerglings and Mutas that just tore him apart. And look at that, 140 to 74 is the actual count now. And he didn't really do much to the economic damage though. He is still on 3 bases, but he's not on a 4th. And we have a 4th for Bio, but he does have the high yield, which is very important to add on to that. But look at these upgrades going down. We have the glands, adrenal glands going down, and attack 3 for the Zerglings, and attack armor 3 for the Zerglings as well. So look at those Zerglings. They're going to be very powerful. Infestors on the field now. Tons of Banelings, Mutas. I mean, this army is just getting out ridiculous. I mean, this is the best way of putting it. And these Marines aren't going to stand a chance. He needs to get more siege tanks out to deal some damage. Unsiege these tanks right now is not a good idea. If he does push into this high yield, it can be very, very bad. Especially as banelings can actually destroy this planetary fortress pretty fast if they explode on it. We do have Bio completely maxed out once again. Not maxed out, but 180. I mean, he's going to be maxed out here very shortly. 32 Zerglings on the way as well. So here we go. We are going to see a high yield being actually taken from Bio. So Bio doing a great job keeping up on his macro, keeping up on his bases. 191 to 146 is the food count. We do have Spades taking a 4th base as well. So both players trying to get their macro up and trying to get something going here. But right now, Spades definitely is behind. And we do have these mutas just flying around. They're going to be able to pick off maybe a couple workers. Nope, they're going to back away there. Just seeing exactly what's going on. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Both players starting to build up their minerals there. And they're starting to get their armies maxed once again. And there we go. We do have a Bio. I think he's going to be making a move here very shortly. Lots of banelings and Zerglings and infestors and mutas in this mix of this army here. Attack 3 guy will need to be researched from Spades here. But here comes the push. And will he be able to destroy this high yield? That's what he's going to go for, it looks like. Siege tanks on the high ground. That's a really good siege line, though. And here comes the push. Lots of Zerglings and banelings dying, but the banelings are going to push right in here. The Marines are going to be left, and that's going to be a lot of Marines up here on the high ground going to be able to pick up this whole army, and this high yield is going to survive, and that whole army of Bio was destroyed. So that definitely was in favor of Spades there. Spades doing a great job there, actually protecting that high yield. Definitely not a good idea to push up on a high ground with a siege tank line like that. And Spades going to take advantage of this opportunity and possibly drop onto 2-prawn attack actually for going against Bio here. Up on this 4th base and also going to the main base of Bio. And Bio's Zerglings is all that's really out here. He's going to go protect his high ground because he's well aware of these Zerglings that are coming up here. Or these Zerglings are well aware of the Marines. Here comes the attack in the main base, so don't forget that. But here we go. This army's going to be basically cleaned up. He does pick up the Marines to get them out of here, and the Zerglings do easily spread apart. So not a lot of damage was done for Spades there. He was trying to get something done, but there's just too many Zerglings on the field to be able to deal with this. And look at the banelings starting to be produced once again. Looking very good for Bio here. He's able to reproduce his army, and he's able to be ahead in the bases. He has 4 bases up at this point. I think he has 3 working, 4 maybe. Nope, he has 4 bases actually producing minerals here and gas compared to 3 bases for Spades. So he's definitely ahead in the econ game. Plus the good thing about this is his high yield is just starting while we have the high yield for Spades actually empty. So I'm wrong on that. He only has 1 base that's fully mining right now. His second base is sort of getting some minerals there, but he really needs to do something here. Maybe expand is a good idea. Spades trying to get over here to the left side to actually protect this as much as he can. He needs to get this expansion up and going over here, though, because he's fallen so far behind in the economy. If we look at the economy tab right now, 19 to 1700, so it's actually not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that, but the problem is it's starting to drop as we go because the mules are dying up here. 70 to 62 is the worker count, so we do have Bio in a great position here, but we do have that attack 3 being actually completed, armor 2 actually being worked on as well, and we only have 1 attack for the actual Bio, or mech. So we do have both players actually maxed out once again, so this is going to be another one of those attacks where I think if I was Bio, I would definitely want to engage this up here on the high ground. The good news is these siege tanks are unsieged right now. I think we do have Spades actually thinking about pushing out. Here he goes. He's going to push out. He's going to be the brave soul that pushes out. He needs to be very careful pushing out here, though. He doesn't want to be caught unsieged here against all these banelings and Zerglings. So he's doing a great job pushing out very slowly. Sieges up on the high yield, and he's going to be able to start picking off these workers here. And we are going to be seeing him actually being able to destroy this high yield, having that line of sight from the Zelnaga tower. And we do have this big army here of Bio coming in here to the attack. And here we go. The siege tanks are up front picking off a lot of Zerglings, but this army is just so massive, and it's going to be able to pick off everything so fast. And then we do have the infestors coming in here just picking off a lot of stuff. And look how those Marines just die instantly. So everything was cleaned up once again from Spades. And we do have both armies about the same size, though. but the economy is going to be an advantage of Bio at this point. He's going to be able to clean up everything on the field. And he's going to pick off all these siege tanks that are up here, but there are some Marines coming up here trying to pick off these mutas, and the Marines are going to siege up and come in here as well. There's a lot of Marines here picking off a lot of mutas, but the mutas are picking up a lot of Marines. Holy cow, I can't talk. And there they come to the actual base, but there are turrets up here, so he needs to be very careful. But he can go for this actual expansion over here and do some damage to it. And that's exactly what he's going to do, I think, and he's going to be able to not do much damage. There's too many Marines coming in here. These mutas are very weak, so he needs to be very careful. And there they go. The mutas are going to back away here. Both players trying to get their armies back up again. Spades doing a great job, though, keeping up on his macro as well, but Bio doing the same exact thing. The big advantage, though, is he destroyed a lot of workers here. If we look at the worker tab, 55 to 63 now in favor of Spades. So Spades is actually coming right back into this. All we really have is Zerglings on the field, and we are going to see the mutas coming over to the left, going to pick off this base most likely. But the turrets are up, but there's so many mutas in this mixture. Look at all those mutas, my goodness. So we do have attack going here on the left, but over on the right we are going to see the high yield being picked off, and it's going to die. But this base is going to be destroyed as well with all these mutas, and there goes that planetary fortress going down. So the push is going to commence on the creep. We do have to be very careful about Spades. I'm really worried about that push. But here we go. We are going to have these mutas go pick off the turrets, and all these SCVs dying. Oh my goodness, that's painful to watch. And this high yield with all this energy up on it is going to go down probably too. He's not going to use it either. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of mules that just died there. And we do have the attack from Spades commencing here, but the attack for Bio doing the same exact thing. And this is going to be very interesting to see who's going to come out ahead here. Spades actually picking off one of the only bases that Bio has. But here comes the army from the backside picking off a lot of siege tanks. And the only thing that's left are Marines, and the Banelings are going to destroy all the Marines. And that's basically it. And that whole army just got annihilated. And Spades is going to back away, but I don't know what Spades can do at this point. He has no working minerals at all. Just basically this base, look at the economy. Who is ahead right now? It's actually going to be Bio by a little bit, but he's not going to be having many minerals as well either. But we do have Spades Spades turns losing to these mutas, and the Banelings come in here with these Marines once again. Oh my gosh, look at all the damage that those Banelings can do. And really the only thing that's left is a few Marines that can easily be dealt by these mutas, I think, if they don't stem up. And we do have Bio going up to the high yield once again, picking off this planetary fortress. The Marines trying to protect it as much as they can, but that planetary fortress is going to go down. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a stalemate for a little while here, because both players are kind of out of minerals, but we do have Bio just gathering minerals from this expansion, not putting on a base because he doesn't have enough minerals at this point, but he has the favor when it comes to lots of mutas. And we do have Spades getting into this high yield going down, base going down with lots of mules actually coming down here. He's trying to produce as many Marines as he can, but I mean, we have both players producing troops, but Bio has so many mutas, and I'm sure we're going to see some Banelings here being produced as well, which can do a lot of damage to just a Marine-only army. I have to say Spades doing a great job, though. He's going to be getting his full base actually mining here, so looking good. But here comes the mutas, but the Marines are right there with the combat shields and the +3 attacks, so he needs to be very careful. Those mutas can be very, very dead if they attack. But here we go. We do have Bio just sending everything he has, basically, not actually producing this base either. He's just doing a long distance mining. He's just spending his minerals right now on troops, but he needs to do something because this is not looking good. Spades is fully mining off this base, and he's well aware of that too. So here we go. We have Bio coming up here, going to do some sort of attack. +3 armor though for these, or +2, +3 attack. Here comes the attack though. The fungal growth all over these Marines. The mutas are just going to town. The one Baneling produces so much damage, and this is not looking good for Bio. He's going to lose these infestors as well, and he's pretty much out of minerals. And this infestor is going to go down as well. and these mutas are going to return home here. He needs to get a base up right now. He's not saving up for it either. He just keeps spending his money on Zerglings. This is not looking good. Lots of infestors though on the field, and these Marines are going to split up with these infestors. And these mutas are going to go for the base once again, but we do have an attack commencing from Spades, and the fungal growth does go down because the siege tanks aren't sieged. And oh my goodness, he's going to get these all sniped off though. He does pick off a lot of Marines though, and they are pretty weakened, but there's lots of Marines coming up because he does have this base that's fully mining. He's able to destroy the turrets, and he's going to destroy the command center as well, which is really nice as well. And both players are out of minerals still, you know, really weakened here. But if Bio going to come back and win this is going to be very interesting to see if he can. And he's going to pick off some Marines from the back, and he's going to do a lot of damage here to the main base. But here comes a lot of Marines. He needs to get those mutas back, or they're going to die pretty fast. And he does get away though, and those mutas are going to survive a little bit though, but they are weakened. Lots of Marines on the field. Not that many banelings. I don't think there's any banelings, but there are infestors that do a lot of damage. They do have fungal growth on there. Siege tanks coming down here. He needs to be very careful not to lose these mutas. He can't lose these mutas. He can't afford it. And SCV's being pulled. We're going to have an all-in from Spades. Spades will come in here with his SCVs, 3 siege tanks, and Marines, and he knows he needs to do something here because he's all out of everything. And basically the scan goes down, and the siege tanks are not sieged here. The fungal growth is going to come down to a lot of damage here to this army, picking off some drones that are just basically everywhere. And here comes the fungal growth. Will he get some good fungal growth off? It's going to be interesting to see. One infestor does get picked off. One fungal growth does go down. And we are going to see lots of stuff go down for Bio. Bio not looking good at all. Where is his mutas? They're far, far away. This is looking so good for Spades. I think Spades has this one. But we do have Bio not giving up. I don't know who's going to win this, to be honest with you. This is very, very close. This is going down to the last minute here. And there's still 3 infestors that can do a lot of damage. Even Queens join up in the mix here. Lots of Queens on the field now. This could actually turn the battle the other direction. Believe it or not, Queens are going to do some work on these this army here. Siege tanks going down to siege up. And here we go. We're going to have an attack from Bio. Bio's going to come in here, pick off the siege tank. Marines are going to be stemmed up and doing a lot of damage to these mutas. The mutas are all going to go down, though, I think. But the Marines are dying. The Marines all die, and that's going to be basically GG. Oh, my goodness, what an exciting game that was. And there we go. The army of Spades is cleaned up. Spades has nothing left. No minerals in the bank. And that's going to be GG. Holy cow. That was a good game. And I am out of breath. Holy cow. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. That was definitely, I enjoyed it. But I hope you guys keep on watching. And thank you for subscribing if you did. And I hope you enjoy my shoutcast. And I am going to go rest my voice now because I am tired after that one. But thank you for watching.